JP Morgan joining the crypto party now. Is this going to be something of an inflection point where it gives this asset the critical mass or the heft it needs from a major institution?
You know, Sheree, I think it's going to be good, but I do believe in the cryptocurrencies anyways. As Jamie Dimon said, the blockchain technology has been used for quite a while. China and Russia have been exchanging gold for oil for years on the blockchain. And this is, there's no better, quicker transfer. If you want to transfer money from Chicago to Singapore, you can do it in an instant using the blockchain technology. So they're on top of it with the blockchain. And again, I think that when they look at it, they assume they finally figured out that there's a lot of money to be made in this business. And I think that what's going to happen is more of these cryptocurrencies that have been stable for a couple of years will also come back to life, because I think that that's a way that people can ignore and get away from the Federal Reserve, because you cannot devalue. They have to be traded in the free market.
Let me play devil's advocate. Isn't cryptocurrency a load of speculative codswallop with no real mainstream transaction value at this point in time? It's purely a speculative play.
I would say that's probably partially correct, but there are certain countries that are using the cryptocurrencies to trade for grains and do other things. So some small countries have adopted cryptocurrency. I think a lot of people have used some of the cryptos, like the Bitcoin, as a stored value, almost as gold, because it's easier to transmit away from, if you're trying to get away from something, let's say a country that doesn't want to let you out or doesn't want to give you your money. So there is something, and again, listen, there's always going to be a potential problem here, but I think eventually it will put itself together, and a few of them will come out very similar, Sheree, to the internet of the 90s. Okay, the technology age. Well, we're moving to a digital age of technology and currency. And again, there's a lot of dogs out there. There's a lot of bad ones out there. There's a lot of crooked ones out there. But eventually, I think they'll come to the light, and we'll find out which ones will have some value.
Is there a risk, though, Todd, that this could end up being something of a liability for the investment banks? And I'm thinking about the Europeans especially. They've had to deal with infringements and sanctions violations, and they've had to provision as a result of that. Isn't there a risk that investment banks like JP Morgan, and if others follow, on perhaps opening up a Pandora's box with getting into cryptocurrencies from a regulatory point of view?
I don't think so. I think that because one of the reasons I think they started their own coin is because it's already been approved regulatorily. So I think that will save it. I don't think you'll see them playing in the other ones until they get more approved and you get some more of the, the SEC and the CFTC and some of the other approvals. But I think what you're going to start to see now that they've kind of broken the dam is you're going to start to see some more cryptocurrency ETFs. You're going to start to see it become more recognized. And again, I don't think JP Morgan would do anything that they felt was going to be a regulatory issue in the front. They've done some things in the past that were issues, but I think this has been probably well planned and well thought out. And when he called it nothing more than tulips, I think he had this plan in mind.